That was a good move. All right, who's Letitia? I have no idea who that
It's
is.
AKA Asha Ray.
Oh man, good lord. Yeah, you never be on the calls.
But I be on the calls though. Grand rising,
Nah,
everybody.
right. So no, I don't want to let you. I don't even want to let you get away with that. This is a fast room.
It's a what?
I said I can't even let you get away with that. This is a classroom.
Okay, yes. Pardon me, I apologize.
No, you good. Talk about something, but I be on the calls though. I was like, nah, you be in the chat though.
No, yes. I'm there in spirit, but I'm happy to be here and live in the flesh today. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, the thing about you, I don't even think you have your phone or anything or like that set up at all. Correct?
That is correct.
Exactly. So whenever you're really ready, you will let me know. We can set that up. Then you can follow along with what I got going on.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because as soon as I get this new phone, I'm going to be ready, which will be by the end of this week.
Oh, what's wrong with your phone?
My phone is inundated with too many apps and different things, like maybe some small viruses are on there, so it's causing it to act strange. So
Oh,
I want to get rid of that issue so that I can move forward with all of my endeavors because I've been having a struggle connecting with people connecting with me, and just people. It feels like my phone calls are being played around with and stuff like that. So I'm not. I'm just going to get a new phone, and then that should alleviate that issue, and I'll be able to partake in the classes and stay abreast of what's going on.
got you. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. This kept dropping, so it's probably just gonna keep on going. I ain't gonna mess with it. It did 20 pips up before it dropped back down. Um, it might come hit the blueberry on the 15-minute chart and then keep going up, but that's it for now. As far as me, unless that happens, I get in the trade. If I see the green cross all the way up on higher time frames, I get in. But I won't be surprised if it just drops all day. So I'm gonna let that leave it alone. I knew the sales was the move. I did call this sale here yesterday. This happened while everybody was asleep, so couldn't get in that. And I know it wants to keep selling. I'm looking for it to sell. I've already said that, so I'm not gonna go against that. I know one thing you can do, Ashray, is look. I'm gonna send you the videos. They're in the chat in the FGU chat, but it's a beginner video. So if you do have the time, I can send you those. It's basically for beginners, and it's just
Yes.
basic knowledge. Yeah, and I could send that because we in here talking a foreign language right now.
Exactly. But the only thing I was not concerned about, but that I was looking at is the price of gold overall. I see that it has recently gone up. Um, I do notice that like throughout as I was looking at the charts through this week, kind of just noticing the rise of gold. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, a little bit of yes and no. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't went up drastically. It went up all last week, but that's it. It's been dropping all year.
Okay.
Um, it did make a low last year in October, and I don't know if it's ever gonna come back to this point again or not.
What
I'm
point you
just
think right here you're talking about?
no in October. What I was just said it made a low in October.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna come back to that point ever.
How low was that? What is it? What's the rate on that? Let me see. Is that like 13? Is that below 1600?
Right at it, it's like 16, 16, something like
Okay. But it's gone up 200. 35, 200 and like $40 an ounce.
something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty significant though, as far as a rise in gold itself.
Um,
$230.
if you were somebody that bought when it was this low, yeah, that makes
Mm,
sense. And
right.
maybe last week, because it went up all last week, may that's a hit or miss because I think it's gonna come back down to this point. But after that, I'm looking to see if it's gonna hold this because so far last week was the low it's been all year. So if it
Mm,
holds that point and just continues to rise overall, then yeah, it's in a good position. But so far, it's not nothing um too significant right now.
got it, got it, got it.
Yeah, because ever since 2020 came in, gold's been dropping.
That's because of the instability of the market in general, like people being afraid of holding their gold or of letting it go. They really don't know what to do with it. They don't understand or recognize its value in terms of it being a stable economic investment.
I can see that. Mm.
But it is, and it always will be.
Mm. You got to think about it. What are real uses for gold? It's a good electric conductor, but people don't use it that much. They use copper.
That is true, but gold has always been recognized as a world currency. So even when systems are failing, like the money systems, as far as like the different dollars, the yens, the euros, the whatever, the wands, or whatever you call them, I forget their names, but um, as those things are fluctuating and inflation is continuing to rise all around the world, gold and silver will always be the hedge of protection for any currency globally. So if every currency around the world crashes or falls, like as you see the dollar goes up and down, fluctuates, has lost value, certain value, then that's where the gold and the silver and copper and other mineral resources come into play, oil and things of that nature. You follow me?
Oh, I definitely follow you with oil and the rest of them. I get why gold. I think they gave gold more value than I don't know. I'm not saying it don't have value, but when I really sit here and think about it, they don't use it for much other than show and tell.
That's true because it's privatized. Gold is very privatized. It has been kept away from the common folk because it is kind of like a wealthy secret. A secret of the wealthy is gold and silver. Like while everyone is thinking in terms of dollars and euros and what do they call some of the other currencies?
We don't even got to go there.
Okay, but
British,
I'm
British
just
pounds.
okay, okay,
Yeah, there's a bunch
okay,
of
but
them.
I'm just saying there's
Pesos.
right, exactly, exactly. Um, when people see those, like even Venezuelan currency and things like that, Jamaican currency, a lot of these different currencies have been at an all-time low. And so, what is going to be the resource that keeps them stable behind the scenes, like for the banking systems, for the world government systems? It's going to still remain gold and silver. That's what I'm saying. So, like, those two things are the only real legal tender around the world that stand as a form of exchange for any other paper money, if that makes sense, quote unquote
Yeah,
money.
I get it. I want to invest in gold. I just wonder if what you just said is changing now because of digital currency, because no country has their dollars backed up by gold. Russia just tried to do it and it didn't happen. America stopped doing that years ago, decades ago.
Mhm.
And it's like they're taking away, they're trying to go into a cashless society and the coins won't be worth shit, even though they're made out of precious metals. So I don't know
True.
if that's going to be true or not. It's questionable though. Like,
It
is it going
is.
to not be worth what it used to be, or if it really goes digital, they still use these things for machines. Like I feel like copper ain't going nowhere. I'm just with gold to me is questionable now. Because copper, they put them gold still it's still used as a conductor. It's just not the number one. And even when it comes to digital currency, things like Bitcoin mining machines and stuff like that, they're actually still machines. They're things that do have these metals inside of them. But
Yes.
it's just, I don't know. I think
Don't
it's
you think,
crazy.
uh, do you think that the gold is still being utilized in those machines, like in those digital currency machines? Those,
I believe so. I would believe
I,
so.
I would believe so too. I like to look into that. I'm glad you said that.
I definitely know
Um,
copper is always going to be in anything.
it's
It's
the
for people.
underrated mineral, or what do you call resource?
hmm And oil, of course, but they're trying to get away from using oil with the
Yes,
whole,
solar
with electric
technology.
cars.
Solar
Yeah.
technology, solar paneling is still a high commodity.
So then we would have to figure out what's used to make solar panels.
That's right. And I would go back to gold. It's-
We would. Are they using that? It's
That's the
still research to
question.
be done.
Let's get down
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. And then that
Good.
lets you, because gold is always, it's always going to be there. I know that. But mm,
Dang, I wish
investing
I was
on them.
on these classes. I wish I've been in these classes.
Yeah. What you think we ain't talking about?
I
I'm messing with
know. I'm already knowing. It's my fault. My bad.
you.
My fault.
Rich Rise and Madaraka. I had to look in the chat. But yeah. These are things I'll be thinking about though. I want to invest in gold. I know people who are getting up mining businesses and stuff like that, and I would want to invest in all of that. Copper, especially. Honestly, I guess I'm bigger on copper honestly than gold right now. But there is both. It's just like it's as simple as thinking about when you go buy batteries. You
Hmm.
can go buy a cheap one or any grade. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have copper. They put gold in batteries. Those are the more expensive ones. So I guess for more high tech, more quality machines, they will use gold, but they're always still going to have copper as well.
That's true. So that says something. It's like even what can be considered the least can also be the most, like copper, like you
Mm.
said. And you think about pennies and stuff, and how people kind of trash pennies and they throw pennies away and they do stuff like that. They don't even really care about pennies, but pennies add up. And I have a friend, a sister of mine, who said she turned her pennies into gold. Pennies into gold, pennies can add up, and you can't underestimate the value of a penny.
I forget what year they have to be made. It's so old where they were solid copper at first. The pennies we
Right.
have now are only plated. So that's something to look into. I forget the year. If
Yeah,
you
that's
have a
true.
certain year of a penny and older, you got more copper in
Oh,
it.
that's true. I
But
heard of that too. Grand Rising, everyone.
Grand
Grand Rising.
Rising.
Yeah. How's this week playing out for you guys?
Uh
Amazing.
the week is good. I thought about trade.
I was talking about the trade too. Yeah.
But to see yesterday that trade, that could have just been held. It would
I'm
hit
just.
all of those TPs. I didn't get out. What I did is I put my stop loss in profit and get my stop loss um, in profit. So I got something out of it, but I was already saying I'm looking for gold to sell this week, and it's doing that. This happened at 2 in the morning for me, so I wasn't able to catch. I wasn't able to catch that. So
Yeah, I was looking too, but it was kind of. I think it was. It was real. It was earlier, right before that move. It was too early. I was looking before I went to
mhm.
bed because I was up kind of late.
And when I got no, it hit this blueberry, so I looked for that buy, but that didn't do nothing but 20 pips, and it went right back down. So
Right. Right. Speaking of
mhm.
yes, the blueberry stuff, the order I be looking for that. It's supposed to be that is it water mayo blueberry when you
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, then it kind of
Kind of like
shows
how
you
this was
watermelon or blueberry. Okay.
pushed up. It pushed up for 2 days after that.
Mm.
And it's already broken that. So it's like, is it gonna go to like, is it gonna go to that in the sale on the sell side? Uh,
Exactly. That's what I was looking for that too.
right now, I am in a buy though.
I was
Um,
thinking of a buy, and then I saw yours just now. I was like, oh man, I missed that. It hasn't gone up yet though, right?
no, it's still at my
No.
entry.
You can
It's
still get it to buy, right? Yeah.
yeah, it
That's what I
just
thought.
risk. You ain't got to risk too much. I don't know. I got to start loss at 1830. It's only like 30 pips.
Oh, I see
Um,
what you're saying.
yeah, on the 15-minute chart, it could hold that blueberry right there, at least for 40 pips, like I look for.
See.
But that's what I'm looking for it to do. The green did cross the red on the 15th, but then it came back down. So it could bounce back up. Let me see. Yeah, I think we could get 40 pips out of this, like after 1837 or something like that.
Right.
Be done with it. So don't do the whole thing, just get out early. Really on here, I will be looking for it to come up to the blue on here and get out. It might not break that. But that's about it. Um,
This is only 15 minutes. Okay.
yeah, I do want to say also that was interesting. The whole
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
up
that was interesting conversation y'all was having.
the whole Bitcoin mining machines and stuff like that. Having like what are they made out of and what metals are.
Yeah, and the thing is that I've been thinking is behind closed doors, we don't know what else the gold and silver is being used for. For all we know, there could be like, like what about satellite technology? I would really delve into satellite technology and go as far as to say that that is comprised of gold and silver and copper, all probably all together working together as conduits so that they can range and 5G
Produce electricity.
technology. Say
Mhm.
that again.
Anything that produces electricity.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we could get into investing into satellite technology, solar paneling, um, things of that nature, hybrid technology, things that require those type of minerals and then oils, the natural gas, petroleum, and all that stuff like that, then we're getting somewhere as far as wealth is concerned. You know,
Mhm.
it's about making proper investments and surveying the land, looking around to see what we have and what's around us. And I would like for us to get into, yeah, just basically, like I was saying in the chat, reevaluation, like reevaluation of our time, energy, resources, and think about what we can do to, because like people say, or like some of the most conscious within the conscious community say, that we are the gold. Like we have gold within us, in our mind, in our bodies, like it's like a little remnants of gold. So we are energy conductors. And if we are indeed energy conductors, then whatever we're utilizing our time, energy, and our mental resources on is surely being affected and also should be capitalized upon. It should be to the benefit of ourselves and our families,
Mhm.
you know?
You just said it. Ain't nothing else to say. That's it. Just drop mic.
Yeah, yeah. My mic wasn't over. I was like, "Yep, she broke it down."
Mhm.
Man, it's just annoying though. I get a little annoyed when I think about how the quote unquote powers that be strive to keep us so distracted and stuff and so bogged down that they zap in our energy, taking from us our own natural resources, which our natural resources are just those things that I outlined. But it's us coming together and collectively realizing the power that exists within our own mental space, like having the power of mind connectivity, when we connect minds, when we connect hearts, energy source, then we can flourish. Like who's to say what can and can't be created? Because I think we have the future technology right here on this line. You know what I'm saying? Like right now.
Mm.
Great
Keep
minds
on.
think alike.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And they differ. And they differ where it matters, which makes the difference as well.
Yeah. Everybody has a purpose, a moving piece, and we all gotta stick to our moving piece to bring it together as a collective.
Mm-hmm. Well
I always
said.
like to describe it as a car. So, every little car part has to do their job. If one doesn't work, the whole thing doesn't work.
Yeah. That's the funny, crazy part about it. Recognizing your own input, your own value, your own presence. Like even if you say nothing, you don't say nothing, you write something, you don't type something, just your energy being present makes a difference.
Hmm. Yeah, yes and no. You can't be stagnant.
But that's true. Don't be stagnant. That is true.
And not sometimes not making a choice is still making a choice. So if you don't do something, something still
That's
happens.
true. Speak on that. Teacher, 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 teacher.
uh, yeah, I just like with the slack stuff. Got to be doing something. Energy got to be in motion.
That's right. Otherwise, you could be holding up nations.
Like you hold a sign. Stand here and hold this nation up.
That's
You
jacked
stand,
up. Well,
stand here on the corner and flip it, and you do all that while we
cold game, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. I do have to say I'm somebody of I say what I say the best way I can, as short as possible. And that's pretty much be that's it for me. I I like to get into the details where I need to. Maybe that's something I gotta work on. I'm working on putting my brain, I guess, on paper. That's how I always say it. My brain isn't on paper. Or um what's the word I'm looking for? It's not documented.
Yes, brother, we need that. And if you don't mind me saying, and then I just wanted to add and contribute today because I know I've been missing in action, just gone. But I wanted to add that, yes, I hope that you do document your learning processes and the things that you have gathered along the way personally for yourself. Like, I know I've missed quite a few things you probably may have already outlined, but just to encourage you and the others on the line that if we can document processes, we can have the blueprint for our future, like for children that come up behind us, for family
Mm-hmm.
members that might want to get involved or learn what some of our secrets were, our formulas were to gaining this success. And like success is not measured in
Oh, you went out. You got too hot. I think she was about to say something about money or something. Let me see. Hey, you off mute? I don't know what happened. She probably got a call or something. One thing about her, man, she got the good energy. Like uplifting. Y'all know she's in the chat always talking about charts up and stuff. This is
Oh,
probably like her second time on the call. You know what I'm
okay. Yeah, that was
saying?
good stuff she's saying. I know she on it.
She got a real good energy. She always like
Yeah, she on it.
yeah, her call just dropped. She probably got a call or something.